We already know it. Hot dogs are as dangerous as cigarettes. Fast food could increase asthma, and junk food is as addictive as hard drugs. But it's not over yet. A new Spanish study shows that industrial fast food is not only the enemy of health, but also of mental health. Consumers of pizza, hamburgers, muffins, and donuts are more likely to develop depression. Researchers have found that participants with a higher consumption of fast food have a greater risk of depression than participants who didn't eat this food. The risk is increased by about 40%. 40% is not a small amount when you know that around 20% of depressed people are found among 15-25 years old in France. There is cause for concern, but the stakes of the study are much higher. Depression affects 121 million people worldwide, and while previous studies suggest the preventive role of certain nutrients and foods, little is known about the role of diet in the development of depressive disorders. Why does junk food make you depressed? One possible explanation is the high presence of trans fats in this type of food. These fats can have negative effects on different biological systems, on the risk of cardiovascular disease, but also of depression. In fact, trans fatty acids could increase the production of inflammatory cytokines, which decrease the synthesis of neurotransmitters necessary for nerve transmission and decrease in the case of mental illness, and neutrophins, other elements linked to the proper functioning of neurons. Fast food produces immediate satisfaction and a feeling of satiety. It's like sweets or cake, which are addictive foods that attract people with a certain type of temperament. If a person has a predisposition to depression, emotional emotion, emotional instability, they often have eating habits based on hamburgers, pizza, in short, on what makes it possible to eat in 5 minutes. The dangers of cigarettes and tobacco. Smoking causes of aggravate many diseases, many of which can significantly shorten life expectancy. Today, tobacco is the leading cause of preventable death. It's estimates that 5.4 million people die every year worldwide. In France, tobacco kills around 66,000 people every year and is a direct cause of millions of cases of cardiovascular disease and cancer. Contrary to popular belief, burning tobacco is dangerous regardless of the method of consumption. Cigarette, pipe, water pipe, cigar, and cigarettes with artificial flavor. Even forms intended to be chewing or stuck under the lips, the Scandinavian snuff, are responsible for cancer of the lips, mouth, tongue, and throat. The danger of smoking. The danger of tobacco on health in general. Tobacco poses a risk to almost all organs, carcinogenic effects, mouth, tongue, throat, bronchial tubes, lungs, cardiovascular, infection, arteritis, stroke, and, and respiratory, chronic obstructive bronchopathy, and emphysema. In addition, it increases the risk of almost all forms of cancer. In women, oral contraception and smoking increase the risk of vascular accidents in general, including strokes. General conclusion: both are very harmful to human health. From my point of view, there is not one more dangerous than the other. It just depends on the way of consumption, its frequency, and regular physical activity carried out in parallel.